Dashboard on City TV. I am Bobi Osei. On the dashboard today, Energy Minister John Peter Amewu insists Ghanaians would have been paying more for fuel under John Dramani Mahama. Also on the dashboard, government announces plans to include nuclear energy into the country's energy mix by 2019. And later on, Trades Union Congress calls for a review of Ghana's labor laws. And also, new survey shows 70% of people working in banks want to leave. And more companies tell us how they are getting ready for the City Business Olympics, which will take place at the Burma Camp Sports Complex this Saturday. Details of these stories and others, including exclusive interviews, coming up in the next 30 minutes. Let's take our first story. Now, the Minister for Energy, John Peter Amewu, has stated that the numerous tax reductions announced by the Akufo-Addo government since it assumed office in 2017 is cushioning Ghanaians against the fuel price hike. According to him, Ghanaians would have been paying 8% more for fuel if the government had not reduced and scrapped some taxes in the 2017 and 2018 budgets. There is more in this report.
In Accra, Mr. Amewu argued that the significance of the tax reduction can be seen in the ex-pump prices of petroleum products, which reduced from 40% in 2017 to 26% this year. Mr. Amewu stated that government's intervention has rather brought some relief since consumers would have paid more for fuel as the global prices of crude oil surges. He argued that without government intervention, prices would have been 554 Ghana pesos for petrol and 550 Ghana pesos for diesel. This, he said, would have led to a 13% increase in the price of petrol and 12% increase in the price of diesel. He stated that as a result of government interventions, petrol is 9% less expensive than it should have been without the interventions. Diesel is 8% less expensive than it would have been without government interventions.
His Excellency, under the current government, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, have reduced the petroleum special tax levy from 17.5% to 15% on the 16th of March 2017. Has His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo been able to reduce the special petroleum tax rate further from 15% downwards? Yes, again, he did that and been able to reduce it from 15% to 13%.
Meanwhile, a Deputy Minister of Energy, Mohammed Amin Adam, maintained that prices of fuel at the pump would have been higher than what is being experienced if the Nana Addo government had not scrapped some of the taxes on petroleum products.
We may have to meet some of our development needs through revenue generated from taxes. Government will do that, but government will do it responsibly. This is why, since the previous government imposed the SPT, ours, upon assuming office, has been to reduce the SPT. And this is why I'm saying that we can also generate revenue through taxes, but we are doing it responsibly. We are doing it in a way which does not put too much burden on the Ghanaian. And so, as the Honourable Minister said, we have reduced the total tax component in the petroleum product prices from 40% in March 2017 to date 26%. That is how a responsible government can generate revenue through taxes on petroleum product prices without injuring the Ghanaian, the welfare of the Ghanaian.
In our stories, Chirano Gold Mines Limited has paid a 10% dividend to the government of Ghana worth $13 million for the 2017 fiscal year. This, the company attributes to its good performance for the year 2017. Now, the group presented the check today to the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. There is more in this report.
The Vice President and General Manager of Chirano Gold Mines Limited, Adriano Sobrera, presenting the check of $13 million to the Minister at the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, said he is hopeful the company will continue to record good performance to enable them pay dividend to government.
we are proud to pay the $13 million dividend to the government of Ghana. This illustrates our capacity as Chirano Gold Mining Company to create and deliver value to all our stakeholders, our host countries and our local communities. This dividend represents only part of that which we do and have contributed significantly as King Ross Chirano to the local communities and the government of Ghana at large, especially in the Ghanaian economy, for more than 1.8 billion since 2018.
The Vice President, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, has on several occasions criticized companies for claiming they did not make profits in order for them to be exempted from paying dividends to the country. Dr. Bawumia also questioned that rationale for mining companies to continue production even though they claim they are making losses. Receiving the dividend on behalf of government, Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Kweku Asama-Kyereme, urged other companies to do the needful and present their 10% quota to government.
The Auditor General's report on the public accounts of Ghana Consolidated Funds for the year ended 31st December 2014 revealed that for the 10-year period 2005 to 2014, only 4 out of the 22 mining companies sampled paid any dividend to the government of Ghana. Again, the Ghana EITI report for 2015 indicated that only 2 companies paid dividends to government for that year. We are therefore happy that relating to 2017, we are seeing signs that dividends will start flowing. And that is the example that you have shown. An amount of $30 million by way of dividend to the Republic of Ghana is a very big amount, and we'll pat you at the back.
Now, in the energy sector, government has announced plans to include nuclear energy into the country's energy mix by 2019. Now, this, according to the Energy Ministry, is to prevent a shortage of gas in the country. According to the Gas Master Plan, the country's gas resources will dwindle by the year 2027. The Energy Ministry is therefore exploring alternative gas supply sources. There is more in the following report.
Speaking to City Business News at the sidelines of the final day of the Ghana Industrial Summit and Exhibition 2018, Deputy Director for Nuclear and Alternative Energy at the Ministry of Energy, Robert Sogbaji, said the ministry will present the Integrated Nuclear Infrastructure Review Mission report on the steps the country has taken so far towards implementing nuclear energy by the end of the year.
We have the comprehensive reports which have to be presented by at the end of every phase. In January 2017, the International Atomic Energy came in to do the assessment of the phase 1. And then when they were done, they gave us a report, the interim mission, that's Integrated Nuclear Infrastructure Review Mission report in April. And then there were some gaps which we had to address. So we addressed those gaps, and then now we finished the complete report. So by the end of the year, you present this comprehensive report to the IAEA, which is to give you the right to move into the implementation stage of the phase 2. That means you have addressed the gaps and then you are ready to enter phase 2. I wish to demystify audience that nuclear is very clean and is very safe. It is one of the most regulated energy sources in the world. You can't do your own thing anyhow, because even if your regulators are inefficient, the international community will always be breathing on your neck to do the right thing.
On his part, the CEO of the Association of Ghana Industries, Seth Chum Akwaboa, said government should explore further the opportunities that lie in the use of nuclear energy in order to reduce the cost of energy for industries.
If you use nuclear energy, you will reduce costs significantly. And it's going to be so low that everybody can use energy in the form that he wants. So our view is that if it's an option, let's explore it. If we are exploring, let's be fast about it, because we can't wait any longer. The call I'm basically making is that for us, we consider the current energy cost still high. We know that government has helped in the reduction of energy cost. It is quite a significant reduction, and we appreciate it. But we'd love to see more reduction because we are still comparing our production cost in Ghana with respect to energy to other countries, and we are still not that competitive because we are being competed all the time. And therefore, every effort should go into reducing the cost of energy to us. And if nuclear is one of the options, and as is being mentioned, it could be one of the options, then let's explore it and bring it to the table and augment it with whatever other sources we have.
Meanwhile, Communications Director of Rosatom, which is one of the largest companies of the Russian Federation in nuclear supply, Ryan Kohler said the company is ready to assist Ghana on its path to expanding its nuclear usage.
Obviously, affordable electricity, as I alluded to earlier, is hugely important for industrial development and is needed either way. And then also from not just the energy side, you have agricultural, you have mining, you have science, and then health is hugely important as well. We all know cancer is a very big problem, not only in Africa but globally. So they're called essentially Centers for Nuclear Science and Technology, produce medical isotopes. And they also have medical facilities where people can go get tested. They sign an intergovernmental agreement with Ghana. And that's why we're here today. We're ready to partner and we're ready to assist.
Now, the Trades Union Congress is pushing for an immediate review of Ghana's labor laws to make it more beneficial to workers. The TUC is citing the state of workers of 7 collapsed banks in recent times as one of the reasons for the review of the laws. Secretary General of the TUC, Dr. Anthony Yao Ba, who disclosed this to City Business News, says the current laws do not protect the needs of workers, hence the call for a review.
Now, the Banking Act has listed a number of stakeholders. So if you are a worker, your interest is stated for, you are ranked number 5. Stakeholders, then the workers are ranked number 5. We have had meetings with Bank of Ghana, the new consolidated bank, workers' unions, and so on. And what Bank of Ghana was saying was that, look, the interests are ranked, and exit packages come number 5. So you should wait until we have taken care of the first one before we take care of the fifth. This is wrong because stakeholders, shareholders, and the rest of them, they can pull off their resources immediately if they don't like it. Workers cannot just pull like that. And these are workers who have worked for some of these banks for years. They are an important stakeholder. So what we need to do is to change the law to reflect the importance of workers in enterprises. And that is what I'm talking about.
Okay. I'm sure you have already made an initial step.
We have. In fact, we have laid it at the National Tripartite Committee. And the chairman of the National Tripartite Committee is the Minister of Labour. And he sees the need, especially what happened in the mines. He sees the need because of what is happening in the domestic sector. We need to protect the interests of workers in all the sectors. So he asked the unions to bring proposals for review. So as soon as I came, I wrote to all the unions and I'm asking for, some asked for more time. And so we are granting more time until the end of this month. Then we are hoping to compile all these proposals and we lay it before the National Tripartite Committee to start a process towards a review.
The business dash out, over 70% of people working in banks want to leave. Why? We'll tell you that when we return.
Every Thursday night on City TV, you're welcome to join women from different backgrounds and opinions as they weigh in on your relationship issues. Watch Sister Sister as the ladies get real with issues about love, marriage, betrayal, sex, dating, trust, finances, and more.
And his goals and aims and ambitions, including like marital life or children. You should know that from the beginning. And when you have a deep conversation, you should be able to sense the vibe or the energy, but you should have that conversation so that you know what you're going in for. and then you advise yourself upon what you want and what the person wants.
Join Jessica and her sisters for City TV's all-women talk show, Sister Sister, every Thursday at 9 p.m.
Spend 30 minutes every weekday catching up with all the trending social media conversations of the day. If you tweet it, we'll read it. We might just even Skype you. Just, no matter your situation, you can rise to the top.
Absolutely.
You really
and
can.
It's interesting that he wrote this article on the 17th of June, and on the 18th of June, yesterday, he actually scored 2 goals in the Belgium World Cup meet.
30 minutes is all it takes, so use the hashtag 30minutes on social media to catch our attention. Join the most interactive social media TV show weekdays at 5 p.m. only on City TV.
You're welcome back. This is the Business Dashboard on City TV. My name is Bobie Osei. Let's bring you some more stories. Working in the banking sector was a dream for many some few years ago, but that may have changed. This is because a survey conducted by human resource experts, Akriti Ghana, has revealed that over 70% of bank workers want to leave their jobs. Now, this comes at a time when the banking sector is in crisis, with the Bank of Ghana embarking on various reforms to strengthen the industry. There is more in the following report.
The survey was conducted among 14 banks, including Fidelity Bank, GCB Bank, EcoBank, Barclays, Omnibank, Stanbic Bank, and defunct Capital and Sovereign banks. According to the report, 24,300 people are currently in the sector. However, 99% of the over 2,000 respondents disclosed that their banks have swayed from their core visions. The report also revealed that 70%, representing 1,500 of bank workers, are not happy with their salaries. Also, 79% say their performance targets are unrealistic and unattainable, with an extremely tight schedules. About their dislikes, the bank workers disclosed that a high number of them virtually live on borrowing from their employers, as they are given various facilities which makes them live beyond their means. Meanwhile, over 70% want to leave the banking industry for the oil and gas industry, while 21% want to start their own business. 12% want to leave the banking industry for any job available. Asked if they want to switch banks, 52% said they want to leave their banks for the Bank of Ghana, while 16% want to leave their banks for EcoBank. 14.2% want to work with GCB Bank. 12% want to move to Fidelity, while 5% would like to work with Stanbic Bank.
Meanwhile, managing partner at Akriti Ghana, Elsie Apau-Klu, says the latest statistics could have a negative impact on the entire banking sector.
A total number of people are willing to leave the banking sector. It means so much. It could mean that the banking sector for some time may not have the caliber or the competent people to work with. Because if you don't take care of people, or if the perception is there that the banking sector does not equally reward or nurture people, people wouldn't want to work in those sectors. And that will be a major struggle for the growth and development of banks. What it could also mean is that people are getting fed up with working in a 4-canet structure building. You could see from the findings that a lot of people will want flexible working terms. So it means that the banks should reconsider generally the way they operationalize their HR systems. It's very worrying to have significant numbers, up to like 79% of them wanting to leave the sector for other businesses. What does this mean? It could also mean that there might not be there might not be the need to have the 4 square banking sector workers as we so wish to have. This for me is a definition of the future of the bank. What this also means is that people are just not happy with the way they are being worked out. You could have respondents describing their working relations as in the banks as borrowed life. Their work life is not reality. It's not real in what their peers from other sectors are doing. And for me, it is problematic if people are not happy about the work they do and how they do it. It could also be a result as to why we are seeing some of the crisis we see today in the sector.
Well, taking some other stories, the Ghana Cocoa Board has completed a $1.3 billion syndicated loan agreement for cocoa beans purchases for the 2018-2019 crop season. Now, the agreement is with Stanbic Bank Ghana as well as Societe Generale. Pius Amihe Duku witnessed the signing ceremony and now reports.
The cocoa syndicated loan is to help the cocoa industry regulator make upfront payments for cocoa beans that it purchases from cocoa farmers. For this year, the Ghana Cocoa Board is expected to pay an interest rate of about 2.5%. This is per City Business News' calculation, as the LIBOR rate, which is the rate at which banks lend among themselves for September, is estimated at 1.9% plus 6 basis points or 0.6%. CEO of the Ghana Cocoa Board, Joseph Boahin Edu, spoke to the media after the signing in Netherlands today.
We've gone through the ceremony and we signed with them. And, we just finished with the signing ceremony, meaning that the deal had been done. It's left with Ghana to receive the said amount. And the first drawdown is in 2 weeks' time. That will be is half of the amount. That's $650 million.
Even though the Cocoa Board has targeted crop output of 850,000 metric tons for the 2017-18 crop season, the final result points to an excess of about 50,000 metric tons. The fluctuating world market price of cocoa impacted the drop in the amount secured for the just-ended crop season. But Mr. Edu tells City Business News his outfit will not be tempted to increase amounts secured despite improvements in crop yield.
Because the world market price of cocoa continues to fall, we have to tread cautiously. If you take a bigger amount, let's say $1.8 billion, when the price of cocoa is going down in the international market, it will mean that you will need more cocoa to be able to pay for that amount.
Following the completion of the signing of the agreement, the Ghana Cocoa Board is expected to receive $1.3 billion by the end of November this year. The regulator is expecting to use the proceeds to improve output of cocoa for the 2018-19 crop season. From the Cocoa House here in Accra, Pius Amihe Edukun for City News.
Well, turning now to the investment market, scores of customers of Gold Coast Securities today thronged the Ridge branch of the company to demand their investments. Now, the action followed their inability to access their funds, which they claim are due. Now, managers of Gold Coast Securities, however, tell City Business News the issues have been brought under control. The following report has more.
When City Business News visited the premises of Gold Coast Securities at Ridge, the situation was a mixed one. Clients will not speak to the crew on camera but admitted to facing challenges in withdrawing their due investment. While some had their investment maturing, others have just come to withdraw their money following recent development in the banking sector. Though frustrated, the clients had no option than to rely on the assurance from the company and return at a later date. The head of research at Group Indom, Samuel Ampa, explained the company's side of the story to City Business News.
Indeed, our clients, whom we've served for 25 years, have experienced just about a day or two delay in their payments. And then we are dealing with it. You should understand that the whole industry is going through some sort of crisis, okay, and therefore we had to come out to explain to our client who have had their bills matured, who have been delayed, payment have been delayed for a day or two, to come in to request and why the delay has happened that way. But however, you could see that most of them, after that engagement with them and paying them their investment, have left quite happy with Gold Coast. You understand that Gold Coast have been in investment for more than 25 years. We have never lost any client's investment, and therefore the little panic, that a lot of clients have had and has, really shaking them. And that's really something that is happening across the country.
He, however, assures that all genuine holders of matured investment instruments will get access to their monies when they visit any branch of Gold Coast Securities.
This is not the time we are running away with anybody's investment. Okay, so any client of ours should have the confidence that their investment is safe. And if your bills are matured, we will pay you pay. If your bills are matured, okay, we will pay you your investment, you pay your money, plus whatever. Okay, so nobody should be scared about anything happening or whatever you hear about anything. The investments are safe, and they are safe with Gold Coast and any investment bank right here in Ghana.
So, with barely 36 hours to the biggest corporate sporting event, the City Business Olympics, participating companies have intensified their training. For the many trophies at stake for grabs, the companies say they will give each other a run for their money. The following report has more on what to expect on Saturday at the Birmingham Sports Centre.
It is almost here. That is the biggest gathering of corporate organizations for no other purpose than to network and compete for trophies and bragging right over the next 12 months. Well, if this is your first time, then you have not misplaced your company's corporate hangout at all. But if you are a regular patron of the City Business Olympics, then this year is exceptional. For this year, be ready to battle it out with over 40 companies for trophies in various disciplines.
All right, so right behind that, you can see that Gasem Team Spirit, so much ready for the City Olympics. For the records, we want all of you out there to know that Gasem right now is the reigning champion for Tema Corporate Games. So all the competitors should be looking out there, waiting for us to come and take all the trophies out there. Okay, so
this is Special Trust Company Limited. We are there for the tug of war. We are there for volleyball, for lawn tennis. We are taking all the awards this year.
The games lined up for Saturday include 7-a-side soccer, volleyball, swimming, tug of war, as well as basketball. Others are lime and spoon, sack race, lawn and table tennis. For these companies, winning the trophies cannot be underestimated with this bravado that they display.
Minkom! Yeah! This is Minerals Commission. We are excited to be on board this year, the City Olympic Games. We are saying that this is the first time, but we are participating in every event. We have the best CEO who is the best penalty kicker in this world. And we are going to prove to you that every segment of the Olympic, we are going to win the gold medals. We are throwing a challenge out there to GCB and Natas. We understand last year you were the champions. We are coming to conquer you. We are more than poised to be on board. Look at the facilities we have. Every day we train. We can't wait. We can't wait for the day. Even if they start today, we are ready. We are ready. We come. We come. We come. We come.
This is Team NHI preparing for next weekend, and I'm sure you can see our trophy. We want to show you that we are not first timers. We've been there, we've done it, and we're coming again to show you true talent.
Until the boys are separated from the men, all will consider themselves winners. But as fate will turn out, definitely some of these companies will have a run for their money at the end of the event on Saturday.
Everybody shout hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Shout for the message, hallelujah. Shout for the message, hallelujah. Everybody shout hallelujah.
The City Business Olympics is powered by City 97.3 FM and supported by City TV.
Well, the date is this Saturday, the 22nd of September, at the Birmingham Sports Complex. That's all by way of news for the business dashboard. Many thanks for your time. My name is Bobi Ose. Join us tomorrow for some more news from the world of business. Bye.